Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all fine. So in today's video is about this conversation that I found interesting on TikTok. I decided to share so that we can learn something from it. It's about dating single moms. So this woman came on TikTok and said people are not honest for saying that they don't want to date single moms. Anyway, let me not say much about this video. Let's just watch the teachers as well as people's opinion on this issue.
If nobody wants to date single moms, how we all got boyfriends? Somebody is lying on this app because I will have my daughter in my arms and I will have somebody come ask me out. And I'll just be like, oh, well, like, I got a kid, right? And then I'm like, all right, cool. What kind of snacks you like? So somebody is lying. I need all the men that say that men don't want single moms to come forward. Because y'all lying. If nobody wants to date single moms, how we all got boyfriends? Somebody is lying on this app because I will have my daughter in my arms and I will have somebody come ask me out. And I'll just be like, oh, well, like, I got a kid, right? And then I'm like, all right, cool. What kind of snacks you like?
Look, man. Now, I'm gonna be very honest about this topic because at the end of the day, I mean, hell, my wife was a single mother. I never had an issue dating single mothers. And I think outside of the internet and podcasts that most dudes really don't. Or at least they used to not. And women kind of did that to themselves. And couple that with red pill podcasts like today's is probably not. But dudes still would date single mothers and do. But to her point, it's a series of things, man. Because I mean, back in my day, I understood that single, like, big women and single mothers was easy. Like, if I was ever in a dry spell and down on hard times, I knew I could always hit up a single mother or a big woman. Don't get mad. This is just the truth. And with the big chicks, it was always like, I wasn't ugly. So if I dealt with them, they was just ready to go. Because they didn't know when the next time they would be hungry for attention. And then back then, they always had good personalities. Like now, they be thinking, that's here nor there. And then like single mothers, they didn't know when the next time, you know what I'm saying? They be ready, always on go. That little coochie be primed and ready, boy. Them kids make that coochie immaculate. And then, you know what I'm saying? Boy, let a baby mama be mad at her baby daddy. Let a baby mama finally get a weekend away from them kids. Boy, you went for a good weekend, ain't it? And, single mothers tend to be attractive because they're single mothers. They got pregnant for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And most dudes, and you look at their baby daddies, and their baby daddies never match their preferences now because you be like, well, what the fuck was he? But it be them. I tell you, I call them turtle dudes. They the dudes that catch them off a bad breakup. You know what I'm saying? Catch them when they down and bad, and they just looking for some affection. They get treated right by the ugly dude. You know what I'm saying? Or pretending by it, and then he like, dang, she the baddest chick I ever had. I gotta get her pregnant. Because eventually she wake up because he gonna get full of himself, or she gonna wake up out of that rut and start going back to what she used to and seeing what she used to and be like, why am I with him? And then he start either feeling himself or be like, dang, what am I gonna do to control her and keep her? Because I'm not used to having bad bees. So he gonna get her pregnant because that's the only way that they can keep them forever. They will forever, even if they break up, they will forever tied together. And he gonna normally be the problematic baby daddy. But most dudes never, like, I didn't care about dating single mothers. It just came to it was usually never the woman. It was either their issues, like how they were with their kids, or it was their baby daddies. So that's usually why I would be like, okay, and I would get tired of it. But as far as dealing with them, like, I never had an issue. See, and maybe because if it's not the baby daddy, it's how they are with their kids, and how, like, if we getting serious, it turns in, it's you, like the ones that will remind you like it's us versus like you're just an addition. So like that gets tiring instead of looking at it like, well, you're going to be the one that is leading this family type shit, whatever. Like, but you couple that with today in 2024 with podcasts, bitches like Sprinkle, and the topics that we talk about, it's devalued. Like, single mothers have overinflated themselves, and the dudes, you know what I'm saying, have caught on to the game, and the dudes that didn't, have access to women try to get a part of the game. Like, oh, I'm just gonna talk to, like, the podcast have told the men, like, since you're single with no children and you have a good job, you're better than those single mothers. And it's like, because that doesn't mean you get access to any woman. And like, even like, just because you got a good job or just because you don't have children doesn't put you above a woman that is attractive and can usually get whatever type of man she wants just because she got a kid or two. Because you supposed to go talk to the single mother because you're still ugly, you're still short, you're still out of shape. So, like, podcasts have jacked it up for both sides. These internet topics have jacked it up for both sides. But outside the internet in real life, I think most dudes really don't care. It just be how y'all are with y'all kids and then y'all baby daddies. Because stepdaddies and men who want to be stepfathers used to get treated with respect and, like, honored. And now they get, treated as licks and simps. So, I mean, ladies, y'all kind of did it to yourself.
If nobody wants to date single moms, how we all got boyfriends? Somebody is lying on this app, because I will have my daughter in my arms and I will have somebody come ask me out. And I'll just be like, oh, well, like, I got a kid, right? And they're like, all right, cool. What kind of snacks you like?
John about to get me in trouble, so I'm cover this. Okay, so of course people are going to date you. Like, you're an attractive person. Like, you're going to still be able to get dates. But I think the argument is about commitment. It's hard for people who have children to find someone to commit to them and their children, right? The ones that aren't theirs. Like, when a man commits to a woman who has kids that aren't theirs. That's what the argument is. It's not ever been about dating. Like, anybody can date anybody. Anybody can be attracted to anybody. And I'm someone who's actually dated single moms before. It's not something that I'm even opposed to. But the long-term likelihood of the success of the relationship is what we're arguing. Some guys don't even want to put up with it. And that's cool. And some dudes do. I'm not saying they're wrong for wanting to do that. But, like, I think you missed the point of the argument. Of course, how'd you get the kids in the first place? You're clearly someone people desire, right? But my argument's always been this: if the person is responsible and, like, is trying to provide for their kids, I'm down, right? It's cool, like, let's run it. But if you're, like, out here with, more kids, like 5 baby daddies and five kids, I think there's a level of irresponsibility that comes with that. But I'm never here to bash single moms, man. Like, I get it. Like, life happens. We've all done things in our past where we could have been parents at this point. So that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about actually dating you. I don't know where this comes from. Also, John Cannon, thanks for the video idea. Bro, your response was amazing. Check his out if you haven't already.
Well, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below, because I would love to hear what you think about this whole issue. I find this issue so ridiculous, because who on earth said when you have a child or when you are a single mom you have lost value? Maybe I don't know because I'm a woman, but it can be fun and fulfilling to be in a relationship with a single woman. At times it can be also challenging. Why? Because of the concern related to bonding with children, lack of spontaneity, and other complications. Some people choose not to date single moms. The only thing I would discourage is generalizing the whole issue. If someone wants to date a single mom, let him do so. Because I find them so unique, with a very unique perspective because of their life experience. So they make a great partner at times.